The obesity epidemic. It is something that has been growing quietly over the years without being paid much attention. Obesity is a disease which is consuming the entire world and has been doing so for many years. Obesity rates have tripled since 1975 and they are still climbing. In 2016, 39% of the entire world's population was classified as overweight and 13% obese. Here in Canada, this number jumps from 13% to 33%. Doctors use the body mass index, or BMI, to diagnose someone with obesity, and it measures your height compared to your weight, and there is a healthy range that one should fall into in order to not be considered obese. The reading from this is of course also used with your physical appearance to determine obesity. The driving force of obesity is quite simple: too many calories. See, before, humans had a harder time acquiring foods, so our bodies stored any extra calories that we consumed in the form of fat in case we ever needed any energy and there was none available to consume. However, now we have developed more automated and convenient sources of food. This system is problematic because the foods now are crammed with more calories than the average person can use in a day. This causes them to gain weight, which inevitably leads to obesity. Perhaps one of the scariest things about obesity is that nowadays it is being encouraged as part of a social movement called body positivity. The idea of this seemed beautiful, to get rid of negative stereotypes associated with obese people and to treat them fairly. However, it has quickly morphed into a destructive message. It promotes the idea that being obese is a normal thing, that it's healthy and is fine as long as you are happy. This is the farthest from the truth. Being obese is the most negative influence on your physical health, and it is definitely not something to be encouraged. Contrary to what body positivity advocates may tell you, there is no such thing as healthy at any size. Obesity is horrible for your health, plain and simple. Your risk for developing other diseases shoots up drastically as well. The risk of heart disease in obese people is 49% more than the average healthy person. Risk of heart attack is 60% more, and diabetes is a staggering 80% more. It even doubles your risk of getting cancer, and the list goes on. Obesity also shortens your lifespan by about 15 years and reduces your quality of life overall. Carrying so much extra mass on the body without enough muscle to support it puts a lot of strain on the joints and ligaments, often causing people to develop arthritis and various aches and pains in general. In addition, obesity also tends to cause hormone imbalances within the body, the biggest being the testosterone and estrogen balance in both men and women. This can cause an array of issues that range from hair loss to severe depression. The mental health effects of obesity are usually not just a direct result, but rather because of the negative stigma towards the obese. I like educating people and letting them know that obesity is not healthy as necessary. However, society tends to be too harsh towards obese people, stereotyping them as slobs or lazy. This is unacceptable because these things will drastically lower someone's self-esteem. Over time, this leads to serious depression. This will make it far more difficult for someone who is obese to feel motivated to change. We need to be kind to obese people and positively encourage them to make changes. Obesity also doesn't only affect those who suffer from it. It can have a negative impact, especially in families. Obesity and the habits that cause it are often passed on to the children, explaining the link between adult obesity rates and children's. This is especially dangerous because as a child, the body is way more likely to increase fat cell count, and this can never go down. In addition, it causes them to grow up with terrible eating habits. Obesity as a whole is dangerous for everyone. We get nothing good out of it, and it only brings negative side effects. As a society, we must encourage those who are unhealthy to make changes so that the next generation and the ones after that are healthy. As individuals who are obese, you must first find your self-worth and decide to lose weight for yourself because you want to be healthy and live a better life. You then must fix your diet. Start small, something like swapping out a chocolate bar for a protein bar or mashed potatoes for rice. Remove liquid calories, like pop or lattes. Eventually you would have worked your way up to a cleaner diet, and if you pair this with weight training and some form of cardio, then your body composition will inevitably improve and you will feel far better than you ever have. So, get healthy and get happy. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.